Hello everyone, Disney Dude here. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and hit that thumbs up if you like the video. So we now have a confirmed closing date for Muppet Vision 3D. The last date to experience it is going to be on June 7th of this year. Alright, now look, you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna rant about this because this is gross. This is gross. It's really, really disgusting what's going on here. All right. I've already told you, and all of us really have said that Muppet Vision and the entire area of Grand Avenue will be closing to make way for Monsters Inc., that Monsters Inc. Mini-themed land. All right? To be honest with you, I didn't expect it so soon. I had no idea. I thought we were going to have plenty of time to say goodbye to the Muppets. We're not. I mean, it's still a good amount of time. Okay, but June 7th is really, not a long time to, go say goodbye to an attraction or a land. Okay, whereas Dinosaur's getting all of this year. It's getting all of this year. Okay, so for Disney not even to give Muppets the same thing, I think is disgusting, and it's gross. And I could go on and on about this whole thing, and give my 2 cents on this. I've already done that twice, okay? But I really think that this is a mistake. It is a really big mistake. I never in my wildest dreams would I think I would have even thought that I would be sitting here and telling you the closing date of Muppet Vision 3D. Never in my wildest dreams would I be sitting here telling you that it's going to be closing on June 7th. Never in my life would I have thought that. I think this is a total disrespect to Jim Henson and the Jim Henson Company. This was his last work. This was his last work with the Muppets. All right? It's a lasting tribute to this man that worked so hard to make these characters. And, unfortunately for him, he didn't get to see his last film released. He didn't get to see that he didn't get to experience the attraction at Walt Disney World or in Disneyland when it was there, okay? So I find it totally disrespectful and gross and disgusting that Disney would even consider ripping it out. And I equate this to like if Disney was going to rip out the Carousel of Progress and saying, we're getting rid of the Carousel of Progress. We don't care about where, our roots come from. We don't care. We don't give a rat's ass about, about Walt Disney or about Jim Henson. We don't care. We're getting rid of it because it's old and it's useless. And we don't need that in the theme parks anymore because honestly, people don't care. And that's not true. That is not true. Okay? There are plenty of people on this earth, myself included, that love Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress and love Muppet Vision 3D. All right? And for the Disney company to do something like this and get rid of Muppet Vision 3D is absolutely asinine, and it's stupid, and I never thought that I would be sitting here telling you that the attraction's going to close permanently to make way for something else. All right? Never in my life would I have thought that. Okay? Everything that I love in Hollywood studios is getting taken away from me. All right? First, it was the tram tour. All right? That went away for Toy Story Land. Second was the Lights, Motors, Action Stunt Show. That was taken out, being replaced by Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Right? The third thing was the Great Movie Ride. That was ripped out, being replaced by probably one of the worst attractions I've ever been on in my life, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. All right? And then this is just another insult to injury. We're going to rip out Muppet Vision 3D, and we're going to put in something different. Okay? What's next? I mean, I really hope that in my lifetime that Disney doesn't take away Beauty and the Beast live on stage, or takes away Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular. All right? Because now that Muppet Vision 3D is going, Beauty and the Beast and Indiana Jones, the only two things left from the original MGM days. All right? Nothing, now, unfortunately, we now live in an age where nothing is sacred anymore. And anything can be ripped out and replaced with something else. All right? So it makes me very scared for the future. It really, really does. As much as, Disney's adding a lot of great new stuff, the Villains themed area, the Cars themed attractions, Indiana Jones replacing Dinosaur, the Encanto ride replacing Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama. Okay, as much as that stuff is is great, a lot of this stuff is not. Okay, that includes Zootopia Better Together replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug, and that includes Monsters, the Monsters Inc. themed area replacing Muppet Vision 3D. To be honest with you, I think I'm more upset about them getting rid of Muppets than I am them getting rid of It's Tough to Be a Bug. All right? And I love It's Tough to Be a Bug. I really, really love It's Tough to Be a Bug. Okay? So, I mean, with Tough to Be a Bug, I can see why they want to replace it. It's dark. It's scary. A lot of children don't like it. So I can see why they would replace that with Zootopia. So it's, that really, on one hand, it bothers me, that they're replacing this with Zootopia, which I the jury is still out on that one. So I have no idea. So I can see that, they're thinking behind that, like, well, It's Tough to Be a Bug is kind of scary, and we need to have something more accessible to children. Okay? So I get that. That is a little bit more easier to swallow than them saying, we're getting rid of Muppet Vision 3D. I'm sorry. The Muppets are very popular, are still very popular today, as they were when the Muppet Show when the Muppet Show first debuted in the 1970s. All right? You can't tell me that there's not a single person on this earth that doesn't know who Kermit the Frog is, or Miss Piggy, or Gonzo, or Fozzie Bear, or Dr. Bunsen Honeydew, or Sam Eagle. You can't tell me that there's not one person on this earth that doesn't know who those characters are. Okay? And for Disney to get rid of them and basically taking a big dump on Jim Henson's legacy is disgusting, and it's gross, and it's outrageous. It is totally outrageous. Again, I can't believe that they would ever even think about doing this. This project makes me very scared about the future. Okay? As much as I would love a Monsters Inc. themed area, it does not deserve to replace one of the greatest attractions ever built, which is Muppet Vision 3D. It doesn't. Okay? You should have put that, you should have taken out Star Wars Launch Bay, which I'm sorry. Okay? I know that a lot of Star Wars fans are going to come after me for this, but I don't care. Okay? Star Wars Launch Bay is a bunch of wasted dead space. It does not deserve to be in that park. It doesn't. Okay? That's where you should have put that Monsters Inc. themed area. That's what you should have done. You should have ripped out that whole space of Star Wars Launch Bay, and that's where you should have put Monsters Inc. But Disney was not going to do that. Disney's not going to do that. Their thought is Star Wars is untouchable. You cannot touch anything Star Wars. Anything Star Wars stays. Okay? Well, where are we going to put this? Well, how about we take out Muppet Vision 3D? That makes sense. Okay? I just don't get it. I don't get it. It makes me very, very, very nervous for the future of what they're going to take out, because now we know that nothing is sacred anymore. Nothing is sacred anymore. Okay? Disney at any moment could come and say, we're going to rip out Beauty and the Beast live on stage, or we're going to rip out Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular and replace them with something else. All right? And that makes me very scared. It makes me very scared for the future of Disney's Hollywood Studios. Okay? Because you've already ruined Disney's Hollywood Studios when you took out the tram tour and the Lights, Motors, Action Stunt Show and replaced it with Toy Story Land and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and you added further insult to injury when you ripped out the Great Movie Ride and put in that abomination Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And now you're just going to do the same thing. You're just going to do the same thing. You're going to rip out Muppet Vision 3D, and you're going to put in the Monsters Inc. themed area. Okay? And that scares me. It really, really scares me, because now we know that nothing is sacred at these parks. Nothing is. Okay? So and then for Disney to come out and say, that they're trying to find some way of preserving this film and some of this experience. That really makes me nervous. Okay? Because in the back of my mind, I think, oh crap, are they going to make it VR? Or are they going to put it on Disney Plus? What are they going to do? What are they going to do to this attraction? Okay? What are they going to do to this attraction? Okay? And, Disney do not put this on Disney Plus. Do not put it on Disney Plus. Okay? It does not deserve to be thrown on Disney Plus like some cheap garbage. All right? It does not. It doesn't. Okay? And then for you to come out and say that we're going to preserve this film. Okay? Well, yeah. Okay. You did the same thing for Song of the South. All right? You did the exact same thing for Song of the South. You locked that film away in the film vault and you're preserving it. And it will never see the light of day because you are too scared to release that film. All right? So don't sit there and lie to me and say that we're finding some way to preserve this, because I really don't think you are. I really don't think that you're going to try to preserve this. You're just going to throw it on Disney Plus and you're just going to say, well, that's it. We're done. Moving on. Okay? So I really hope Disney does not do that, because that would be really stupid. That would be really dumb, and I would go after them. I would really go after them, because that to me, getting rid of it is bad enough, and then putting it on Disney Plus, that's just another insult to injury. So I really hope that that's not what Disney does. I really hope that that's not what they do. All right? So, but anyway, June 7th, the last day, we're going to be able to enjoy this great film and this experience. I will be there. Usually I watch the 8 o'clock show for Fantasmic, with Muppet Vision closing. I will be skipping that, and I will be closing down Muppet Vision 3D. So, if any of you out there would like to join me in celebrating, celebrating or mourning this great film, I will be there on the last day. If you would like to meet up with me, that would be great. I'll be at Hollywood. I'll be at Hollywood Studios all day. The plan is that I'm going to be doing the last pre-show at. Usually they have the last pre-show at 7:45, 7:46, and then the last show is at 8 o'clock. So that's my plan. I will be I will be watching the last pre-show, and then I will be watching the very last show of Muppet Vision 3D. So if you folks would like to join me, I invite you to come join me. Meet up. We could meet up at the entrance to Muppet Vision 3D around. I'm gonna say probably around maybe 7:15. Probably about. It just depends. If a lot of you want to meet up with me, I'll say 7. That way we can all gather around, say our last goodbyes to Miss Piggy water fountain and all of the other areas, and then 7:45, 46, we can go in and watch the last pre-show, and then at 8 o'clock we can watch the very last show of Muppet Vision 3D. And then after that, we can, after we exit, we can talk more. If you would like to join me in doing so, please send me please comment down below, telling me that you'll be there to help me celebrate or mourn, depending on your point of view, the last day of Muppet Vision 3D. Okay, but again, this is a conversation I never thought I never would have. It's a very dark time here. You know, a lot of you know that I really like Bob Iger. I think that, you know, he's a great CEO, much better than Bob Chapek was, a hell of a lot better than Bob Chapek was. But when he came out or he had Josh D'Amaro come out and say that, or they never even said it. They never even said that they were replacing Muppet Vision 3D. They never even said that. That's another thing that gets me, is people are like, well, they announced that at D23. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Josh D'Amaro did not announce that at D23, because he knew that if he was going to announce that at D23, he would have been booed off that stage. He would have been booed off that stage faster than Bob Chapek would have been. All right? So he didn't even have the balls to come out and say that the Monsters, Inc. themed area was going to be replacing Muppet Vision 3D. He didn't have the balls to say that. Okay? He quietly said that on a Disney webpage, that, you know, the Monsters, Inc. themed area would be replacing Muppet Vision 3D. Okay? So people don't give me that baloney. Don't give me that baloney that Josh D'Amaro announced it at D23, because he did not. He did not. Okay? So that's this announcement came completely out of left field. I never would have I never thought that they would even think or consider closing Muppet Vision 3D. So now we know, without a shadow of a doubt, that nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred in the theme park realm. Okay? So we need to all be on our guard. We all need to be on our guard, because any time now, Disney could say, we're getting rid of Beauty and the Beast. We're getting rid of Indiana Jones. We're getting rid of Carousel of Progress. We're getting rid of the People Mover. We're getting rid of, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin. We're getting rid of Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. We're getting rid of, Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, although that last one would be a real big mistake. But we know now that nothing is sacred in these theme parks. And that's really sad. And that's really sad, because there's some things that you should never ever close. You should never ever close. Pirates, Mansion, Spaceship Earth, Muppet Vision 3D. Okay? You should never, ever, ever even consider that. And that's exactly what they've done. That is exactly what Disney has done. And it is truly saddening to me. It is truly very saddening to me. All right? So, but anyway, if you would like to join me on if you'd like to join me on the last day, on the last day of the attraction. Please, for those of you that don't have me on Facebook, send me a message, reply to this video saying, hey, I'd like to join you. Sure, I'd like to come and join you. Okay, for those of you that have me on Facebook, send me a message, send me a, post on my Facebook page, send me a private message saying that you'll be there. I really hope, I really, really hope that a lot of you will join me in joining me on the last day of this great attraction that I never would have thought would go away. So I really hope that you guys will join me celebrating this wonderful attraction and celebrating Jim Henson's life and legacy, because we all know that Disney will not do that. They will not do that. So please join me in celebrating this great attraction. If you could make it, that's great. If you can't, please just, send me a message saying, hey, I would love to make it, but I can't. Unfortunately, I have other things. I understand. Okay. So I hope to, see a lot of you there. Again, please, send me a message, like I said, send me a private message, or post on my Facebook, or comment on this video, and I hope to see a lot of you there. I really, really hope to see a lot of you there, so we can all send Muppet Vision 3D all the love and affection it deserves. All right. So I thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. You guys have a magical rest of your night, and we will see you real soon.